impressions. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I didn't rehearse this at all. These are also first impressions all at once. Salutations, everybody. Holy shit. Alright, so hear me out. I was actually recording a combo video when I found out that Eustace was dropping the same day I was recording the video. So this is actually coming out well before. Point is, this character is kind of cool. I'm liking what he's coming up to offer at the table. So this is a quick breakdown. We're doing a quick breakdown. That being said, let's rock, baby. Alright, so first things first, Eustace, he happens to have, his unique ability is actually a dash-in. However, it's a two-part dash-in where you can get that first hit, you're able to press the button again to do a gunshot that'll shoot them away. That's all fine and dandy, but for Eustace's main utility tool, his gun, if you will, the way that you're firing it isn't the typical projectile. The way that this gun is fired is actually by doing a charge bottom left to forward. By doing that, you're actually able. That's when you'll actually start shooting shots. However, you can also do down and then up to get a little bounce. The next thing Eustace had, similar to kind of similar to what Aaron Black would do. Eustace can throw some sick grenades and set up that way. For the EX version, it actually responds to his gunshot. So let's say that you hit a gunshot, that's when the grenade itself will respawn, which allows you to do simple combo setups. His final move is a dash. Now off the dash you have four options. You have the dash in stun, you have your dash in into a low slash, you have your dash in into a rising uppercut, and you have a dash in to jump back. Now each of those are assigned to each of the four buttons. However, when you do medium, he'll do a slash before he does anything, allowing you to get either extra pressure or simply set up better. Yeah. That's the phrasing I'm going with. For Skybound art, we have a pretty sick move. Very similar to kind of like Chris's level 1 in Marvel vs. Capcom, honestly. And then for his true Skybound art, that's what I call it. I know that's not what it's called, but that's what I'm calling it. We have this. I'm a pretty big fan of what he pops out to do, just because like I really like what Eustace is bringing to the table as a character, just because he's essentially a gun character that has like all these more complex setups that you can typically just use his gun for sicker combos. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I didn't rehearse this at all. These are also first impressions all at once. So looking at some ways to apply his movements, you throw that first grenade out. You can do something like throw this first grenade out and then follow it up immediately with your close combat, which is the dash, and try and get a setup off that. So let's say you do this, start low, go back up to medium, and then you can just begin your combo from there. Or let's say you throw the grenade, run in, grab. Essentially, I would venture as far to say that this grenade is going to be giving Eustace a lot of options as far as attacks and movement is going. Another thing I've noticed is that, let's say that you want to distance yourself properly or improperly, however you want to look at it. You miss that first hit, get that second one to get a small reset, and then you can just get right back into things. For the most part, off my first impressions, I will say that Eustace feels like he could essentially be a zoner, but I don't feel like that's where his core is going to be. I feel like the best way to play Eustace is probably going to end up being somewhere that doesn't quite do zoning, but also doesn't quite fight up close, if that makes sense. Because I made the statement that he was similar to Aaron Black, and I do stand by that. I do believe that most of his options are going to come off of his actual tools, opposed to just full-on combat. But before we leave, there's a few things I want to test before I go on my way to test more stuff by myself. First things first, I want to see. So the grenade itself, from anywhere on the screen, is if that first hit goes, it's important that you follow it up with the close combat, because obviously they're able to block out of it. Which means you could probably do a setup like this where you throw in the grenade, dash in, jump, or throw the grenade, dash in. Ultimately, it seems like your best way of following up would be dashing. So let's say they block high, get that low, corner carry, and then you get to start doing options from there. But I am looking forward to doing more stuff with Eustace very soon. I plan on spending quite a bit of time in the lab with him. I also plan on actually doing normal Granblue videos where I play the characters. You know, being that I finally finished all the combos in the game, and those now at this point, it's time to just have some fun. But hey, how do you feel about Eustace? Do you think that you're probably gonna play him? Do you think that he's someone that you're gonna avoid? Are you looking forward to seeing him online? Because I know I'm looking forward to seeing all these mirror matches. That'll probably mean that I can't play Eustace. I just realized that. That's a shame. But hey, if you're new here, why not, I don't know, comment. I tend to read them and reply to them, unless it's some off-the-wall shit like, because I don't know what to say to that. But, all that being said, cut!